Alright my friends, so welcome back to the channel. For this week we have a vlog. I have a new bench to set up. I have a brand new set of BMW OEM wheels with brand new Michelin PS4S to prep and coat. I have a couple updates, a couple more things to let you in, so let's get to it. Alright, so first update for this week, the Easy Detail brush that I have for about, give or take, 6 years has broke. The middle piece is steel, so it started to be really rusted. So at the flex piece here, it just finally broke. And a couple years back, I had the rubber knob here that fell off. So what I did, I usually use some electric tape and heat the tape and made a replacement for the tip. You don't end up scratching your wheels because the middle part is actually steel. But I'll go ahead and buy a new one, just like this one. It's about 30 bucks and it lasted at least 6 or 7 years for me with some heavy use. If you guys need a barrel brush for your wheels, I recommend this one. Second update is that I found a new seat at Costco for 40 bucks Canadian at your local Costco. I'm sure you have this in your local Costco. So it's a Tauron, really nice. They have one on the floor so you can try it. Those kind of seats you can usually find at Canadian Tire or at your auto parts store. They're usually really flimsy, but this one is, I found it quite sturdy at the store. Nice caster wheels. So we'll set it up and I'll show you more in detail how it is, how it works. Another update is this week I received foam cannon from MJJC, the SV3. It's been out for a while, but we'll do a review. We'll try to find a better story using this foam cannon for you guys and the general audience for the foam cannon. So the main project for today's video is going to be coating the wheels, my new set of wheels that I found brand new from Facebook Marketplace. So I'll just show you in a minute. So we'll prep that. So we'll use, I have some leftover of Gion Pure. We'll finish that on the wheels. I have a bunch of other coatings, but right now we're gonna use what I have that is already open so we don't end up wasting product. As you know, the coatings, once you open the bottle, they have a shelf life of maybe 3 months. Some coating don't really like to be used after a month or two. So in my experience, I know that if I try to stretch a coating 3 months after it's been open, it's pretty close to be turning bad. But again, it depends on the coating you're using. Something like Tax System Moonlight, after maybe 2 months, it starts to be really hard to work with, really smeary, really tacky, really feels like it's tacky and thick. So this coating is really great, but after a month or two that you already opened this, it's gonna be really hard to work with. So it's pretty much wasted at that point. Okay, so here's a new set of wheels. Like I said, fresh OEM wheels, brand new, never been mounted. Move that on the floor. We'll start cleaning the tires and the wheels gently. And I have a couple things to point out about not to get ripped off when you buy a set of wheels off Facebook Marketplace. By the way guys, I have a new video on Restore and Protect by DIY Detail, a new product that the brand just released, and Yvan was kind enough to send it to me. I think I was one of the first to release a video on it. That was just a quick overview and install of the product itself and my thoughts. Obviously I gave you my thoughts on it, so check it out. I'll leave the link in the description for you. So here's a new bench. So I have to replace, I like to have 2 strollers in the garage. This one is the easiest to work with, the most pleasant seat to work with. The other one is really old. The wheels are really tired and it's kind of getting rusty with all the water that splashed on it. So it's almost ready to be thrown away. And Tauron is actually a good brand. They do some quick jacks for your car. And it was on sale at Costco for 40 bucks, I remind you. And if it's garbage in the end, you can always return it at Costco, hassle-free. works great. There we go. Okay, my friends, so as usual, make sure you have a clean bucket. If you have some grits, spray some APC, use a brush, do a quick once over in your bucket. For the wheels, I want to do a nice wash. We're gonna use some CarPro Reset, my favorite soap of all time, by the way. I've been using this for years. I also have some GSF from Koshemi. We have some incredible suds. Both of those are great. And I'm waiting for a couple package coming here soon. One package from Carzilla. We're gonna get some new Bola solution stuff, some amazing coatings. Here soon we're gonna have some videos on it. And I have a package from Armor Detail Supply. I have the whole line coming, except the coatings. We're not getting the coatings for this time, just the ready-to-use product, the rinseless wash, the tire cleaner, wheel cleaner, iron remover, and so on. We're gonna get all of that, the waterless wash, the shampoo plus, everything. So I'm gonna be using those products in the next few videos, and I'm gonna give you my thoughts on it. We might have some comparison with the detailer, with the sealant, with the tire cleaner, all that jazz. You guys know the drill. All right, guys, so let's talk about buying a new set of wheels and tire on Facebook Marketplace. Here, we're gonna talk only about the OEM stuff with OEM tires. So a couple things I wanna point out to you if you're ever looking to buy a new set. A couple tricks you need to know if you don't wanna get ripped off. So right off the bat, if you want to make sure that you have brand new tires, a couple things to point out. That's going to be a good sign here. That's the stamp from the manufacturer. If that's still on there, that's a good sign. Then you're going to have the nibs. Nibs here, nibs there. So those are not the biggest giveaway, but that's a good sign. Second sign here, I have the star. So that's the homologation from the OEM. From BMW and Michelin, so this tire is specific for my car. Next thing, obviously, if you have a BMW, you're gonna have some staggered wheels and tires, so that's a 225 40 19, and the rear is 255 35 19. Make sure you do your research, know your size. So for the tires, as you can see, you still have the molding from the machine that makes the tires here. So if that tire would have been driven more than a few miles, that would have came off, obviously, by driving. Here, a second sign, so there's like a lump here. So that's another big sign that this tire is new. Obviously, I use a tool to measure the tread depth. So that's many cues about the tire. So this tire is obviously brand new. And then let's talk about the wheels. So in my case, I wanted the OEM wheels and the OEM tires. So I paid a really good price for this. The only downside is the date. So this is a 2020 tires. Okay, so I have the date for you. So that's got the DOT. And then this tire was made the 32nd week of the year of 2020. So that's the only downside. So what happened, the story of the guy was that he bought the same car as me and he removed that for an aftermarket set of wheels and tire and never installed those. So those have been sitting in his garage for a couple years and now he wanted to sell it. All they have is accumulation of small dust here and there. So when I got there, I got the opportunity to take a good look at the wheels. First sign is that there's not even a single scratch on the wheel mount here. So this is really nice, really fresh. The mounting weight, those are from BMW. Pretty much only them would afford this kind of aluminum weight. Another cue is that you have the BMW stamp. So you got the BMW stamp here and the offset and the wheel size, everything matches to what I was looking for my car. So this is the right, everything matches the OEM. You've got the OEM valve So an aluminum valve here, usually get on BMW wheels. And you've got the M here that is not a sticker, and the BMW center cap at the back is also stamped from BMW right there. And I paid less than the value of the tire for the whole kit. For the wheels and tire, less than the value of just the tires. So that's an amazing deal, but when you got the opportunity to get an amazing deal, you have to do your homework, talk with the guy on the phone before you get there, get a good feel for the person you're talking to, and do your research. Make sure you don't get ripped off because you don't have any recourse. Okay, so now we're gonna clean the tires with Bola Solution W55 wheel cleaner and 2-in-1. Like I said, this is pretty much brand new, but still I wanna get a good deep clean before applying a tire coating, tire sealant. And then we're just gonna clean the wheels with the CarPro Reset here. So this is a gloss black wheel, so I'm gonna do my best with the brush to not scrub it all that much. I'm doing my best if I can help it, if I can avoid scrubbing the gloss black wheels. Obviously, this is gonna leave marring of if we hit the glossy black finish with this brush. But still, I wanna get into the rib here, into the rim protection. You guys wanna check out a new wheel and tire cleaner. I would recommend that one. Pretty strong stuff. Not always necessary, but once in a while if you neglected your tires a little bit. All right, let's clean the other side of the tire. So I'm not worried about scratching it. There's a rim protection here, so there's no contact on the wheel on wheel, right? Really nice cleaner, foamy, doesn't dry too easily. Probably better to use outside. It has somewhat of a strong smell. All right, so I just finished the tires. There's almost no brown foam on this one. So I'm just pouring some soap here. The wheel itself, the painted wheel, is sheeting water. So that's another good sign that the wheel is brand new. It's not a sealant, it's not a ceramic coating on the wheel, it's just brand new paint, fresh off the assembly line or the manufacturer line. So here we're just doing a once over with the regular car soap. Nothing too in-depth, but I still want to get a good clean on every nooks and crannies. And then we're gonna do our paint prep at the end. Don't want to see dirt remaining there. We all been there. We'll all clean wheels or even paint and do a paint prep and realizing that we still have dirt. So when we flip the wheels, I'll have a better access behind the spokes themselves. So that's not a too complicated shape to clean off. Thankfully, the only problem is the gloss black. I prefer satin black, but the reason I'm switching wheels is the 20 inches. The 20 inches on my BMW 3 Series M340i is a problem. I already knew that was gonna be a problem in the long run, but I still got the car, so my 20 inch are from OEM spec because I have an M Performance Edition car. I have had 3 bulges on the sidewall, 3 tires, so 3 times I had a bulge, a bubble on the sidewall, and I'm getting tired of driving like a maniac trying to avoid every pothole. So the 20 inches is not realistic for the Canadian or even the Northeast road condition. We have so much bad pavement, so many potholes, especially in April. March, April, even May. And even now then in June, you can find yourself a really nice pothole, and with the 20-inch, only one pothole and you're done. Only one good pothole on your 20-inch and you're done. You're gonna get home and your tire will have a bubble. So this is why I'm not a fan of aftermarket wheels. I've had my share of aftermarket wheels in my life, and they're not really on par with the OEM quality. They're not as solid. You tend to get more bent wheels that way, unless you go really high-end with the forge stuff, and that's gonna be north of, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 grand at least, just the wheels. And I'm not really down with the aftermarket aggressive look. I want to stay OEM plus, you know. So when I was younger, I was all about tuning and aftermarket stuff, but now I have kids and a grown up, and I like the OEM plus stuff, all right? So to each his own. So as you can see, the wheels is cheating water. So that's a good sign. We have a really nice and brand new finish. Look at the barrel here. So I'm really pleased with that. Cleaning wheels and tires is kind of a love and hate relationship, right? We've got the fun brushes, the fun product, but it's physically more demanding. Got to bend over. It's harder on the knees, on the back, but still nice, fun part of detailing for me. You usually get a good before and after when cleaning wheels. So this is why the Browning wheel and tire cleaner are so popular, right? Because you're getting a visual effect when you're cleaning, so that's more satisfying. And I think most brands have recognized that. So my guess, or my thought on the Browning tire cleaner, it's pretty much Brake Buster that started all in 2000. Well, it became pretty much mainstream in 2000, maybe 18, 19. I started buying it before it was, this seat can be dangerous, as we can see. Okay, my friends, a quick update on the rolling seat. So I'll be returning the seat to Costco in a couple days. As you just have seen in the video, as soon as I reached out a little bit further for a bottle, I almost fell out the chair, and it happened a couple times during the shooting of this video. So this is not good for what we do, so I don't really recommend it. So let's get back into the video. So Brake Buster was pretty much the first one to really give you a good visual effect, a good browning on the tires. Really good product from back then, but the only downside is it's a pre-diluted product. So it's a ready-to-use product, non-dilutable, but you can still dilute it. I know, just because I said that, we're gonna have a ton of people in the comments telling us that you can dilute Brake Buster 5-to-1, 3-to-1, 1-to-1, I don't know. Still, you're reducing the power of the product. So the Rennie Doyle label is already diluted. It's a ready-to-use label or ready-to-use line. So for me, that's not very economical to pay $40 for a gallon of ready-to-use. It's not really price conscious. If you go through a ton of product, why would you do that? I'm not bashing PNS, I'm just saying that they have their own dilutable version of a wheel and tire cleaner. I think it's knockoff, it's called knockoff. Never had the chance to try it, but it gets no attention online for some reason, but it should, because with wheels, wheel well, tires, you're gonna blow through a ton of product. Tell me in the comments, are you guys more of the black wheels, silver wheels, satin, matte, gloss? I've always been a black wheel kind of guy. I think it just looks more aggressive overall. So we're gonna dry them good and use paint prep and apply a ceramic coating. I don't have a specific wheel coating. I'm gonna test that on these wheels, so that's gonna be a nice test for the channel, for you guys. So I know Yvan over at DIY has been preaching to use just the regular coatings for the wheels. So we're gonna test that out. All right guys, so the wheels are really dry. Now what I wanna do next step, which is really important, is to make sure you don't have any adhesive or grease remaining. In this instance, I'm having a couple spots with some, what I'm guessing is some grease from the mounting, the tire mounting. So I'm using Star X, a powerful degreaser and tar remover. So we're gonna rub that on the adhesive or lube/grease from the mounting, the tire mounting. So I'm gonna rub this gently. It's coming off really easily. So this is just at the edges where the tire bead is getting mounted. So that could come off with the paint prep, but I'm not taking any chance. And right away, not gonna wait too long, gonna get my paint prep, CarPro eraser, and quickly wipe off the residue, or just cleaning the wheels a second time after the tar remover, making sure we don't have any remaining solvent from the tire and the tar remover. Since this is a fairly powerful solvent, nothing insane, but still, it's a good insurance to clean it off. This step is important if we want the coating to bond really good. Okay, so we did the tar remover, just to remove the adhesive, the grease, remaining the heavy lube from mounting the tire. So now I'm doing a final paint prep. So we cleaned off the tar remover with the paint prep, but I want to do just a final buff just as an insurance. It's probably not going to make any difference, but I don't know, maybe I'm just overthinking it. All right, we're ready to coat now. So I'm kind of running out of applicator, but it's not a problem. What I usually like to do is get an old block and cut myself a nice piece of pearl weave microfiber towel. That would work with any microfiber towel, by the way. Just use a high quality one that is not too absorbent. Even the Costco one to some degree would work. So now we're gonna apply the coating with this. I'm gonna use Gion Pure, some leftover. No specific reason to use this one. Probably not the most resistant one, but that's gonna be a summer wheel tire set that is gonna be maintained quite frequently by myself. So we shake the bottle well. Be careful, I have some shards of old dry. Okay, we're good. So I had some dried up leftover coating around, so I just don't want to have dried up hardened ceramic coating on there. So we're gonna start with this, but as we move on inside the spokes, I'll probably remove the block and use the old style, just using the microfiber itself. So let's go in the barrel here. So a nice layer. The barrel is a different kind of paint, more resistant. So that's going to be more absorbent. But still we want to get it coated. All right. So we're going to let this flash. It's already doing a rainbow effect. Gonna get a different microfiber. Wipe this off. So a quick inspection, making sure we don't have a high spot. Seems good. Let's get over the top. Apply some more coating. Now I'm going to do this quick. Try to hit everything. By the time I make my way around, pretty much ready to wipe off. And Pure is fairly forgiving. If you have some leftover high spot, it'll wipe off really easy within 10 minutes, no issue. So I'm not stressed when wiping or applying this coating. Okay, my friends, so here's the result. Look at the wheels. We have a really fresh set of wheels, well protected. It's gonna be a really nice summer. Now check out the tires. I have applied carbon dioxide to it, so it got a really nice, dark, rich look. And I went to the store to grab a couple things, and I already had some guy giving me compliments on the set of wheels, so that's a good sign, right? Now, 1 week later, to the first wash, to the first maintenance wash, I had some bird poo on the car, so I had to do a wash maybe 6 days after the application. Here's is only a pre-wash, so I applied Koshemi Super Foam as a pre-wash on the wheels before going with the contact wash. So check out the water beading on this. This is not even clean yet, and the wheels is repelling water like crazy. We have sheeting and nothing seems to stick to it. So a freshly applied coating is always really impressive. Of course, over time it's gonna degrade to some degree, but when first applied, I'm always really impressed by the performance of those products. So I hope you guys like the video. I'll give you more updates on the coating situation. And thank you for being here again. I'll see you guys in the next one.